Welcome back. I'm Calvin Statue Fanatic here with another review. And yes, this is another World of Warcraft review of a statue from a game that I don't really play, but the statues have caught my attention. This is, I think, the fourth statue in Blizzard's line of statues from World of Warcraft. I've done reviews of the other statues that I have, so please check them out. Now, with this particular statue, this is Jaina Proudmoore. And I'm not going to go into any lore about this statue because the last time I tried to do that, not being a player, I got blasted. All I'm trying to do is say that I saw this past July at San Diego Comic-Con, and I thought it was a beautiful statue. And what we're going to do is take a look at the box here. And as you can see, there's a really nice portrait picture of Jaina on the front of the box here. And then on the back of it, I heard across the moonlight sea the old voice warning me, beware, beware, the daughter of the seas, beware, beware of me. And that's what's printed on the back of this. And I'm pretty sure all of those diehard fans know what it means. So that is the box. So let's get this statue out of the box and take a look at it, all right? So here she is. This is Jaina Proudmoore. This statue I saw at San Diego Comic-Con in July, like I said before. And before we get started with any of the review, we'll take a once around. There's this little plastic on her arm to protect her. Let's take that off. Oh, and that's because she's holding this. All right. So let's take a look once around the statue here. And we're going to talk about all the aspects of the figure that we normally talk about. Sculpt and paint app and details and all that. But in the box, there was this also. Let's see what this is. This is a mini guide to put her together. This was so simple to put together. You didn't need this. There's only 3 pieces. The base, the body, and the staff. And that was it. So, Jaina Proudmoore. Like I said, I will not talk about the lore. I'll leave that for you guys to talk about in the comments below because you probably are the major mega fans of World of Warcraft and I am not. All I know is that I love this statue. And so what we'll do is we'll start talking about the portrait. And I'm going to start there because that's the one thing that after reading about this character, after seeing her at San Diego Comic-Con, I wanted to know a little bit more about her. The one thing that some people have said about this statue is that the portrait does not resemble her enough in terms of what they remember her being in the game. They said there's something off about her portrait. Of course, me not being familiar with the game didn't see all of those things at San Diego. So once I got the statue here and I started looking at some online gameplay and some cutscenes from the games, I could see what they're talking about, that this character doesn't look as animated, I guess, as the game character might look. But in my opinion, it still looks really decent. I like it because I don't have a whole lot to compare it with in terms of time played with the game. But as you look around here, the sculpt of it, other than what I mentioned, looks really good. Now, when you look at her hair sculpt and the paint applications on her hair, it looks absolutely amazing in my opinion. And this is another example of how a $350 statue can look really amazing and it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. And that's right, this was $350 at Blizzard's website. And it wasn't a numbered edition on here. I think only the very first statue they had a numbered edition. I've heard that this is about 2,500. This is 2,500 pieces of this. And on the carton itself, it said that this was 1,605 of 2,500. But it is not on the statue itself in terms of an edition size. But back to her hair. Lots of sculpt and detail in her hair. It looks, I think, really cool. There's this gold weave throughout the white part of her hair. And then as you look at the paint application on her face, it's done very clean, very neat. Now, and I'll leave those opinions to others about whether or not how accurate it is. But in terms of the clean detail and paint part of it, it looks really cool. And then the shading in our complexion is also really cool. It's not all white or anything. There's a lot of shading in there, and her eyebrows are actually painted quite nicely, including the creases between her eyebrows, the sculpt there. So I think overall the sculpt of her hair, the head sculpt looks really nice. But back to the statue itself, as you go down to the outfit that she's wearing, let's talk about that. Tons of sculpting and detail in the outfit. The design of it is really cool, and I think it actually flows in unison with what she's doing. You can see the wind blowing around her outfit there as she conjures up this water here. But in terms of detail and design in the statue, man, there's just so much sculpt in this statue. Tons of detail in the outfit that she's wearing. In the front here, as you go all the way down, there's a lot of detail. The back the same way, just tons of detail in the entire statue. And this statue that she has, it almost looks like real leather, the way that it's detailed and painted. And that's one really cool thing about this, is that the paint application on this, you can see from the close-up pictures that I'll show here, is that it looks just spot on. The lines that are highlighting the gold, separating it from the blue that's in her outfit, all of that is done extremely clean and well done. Just all over the statue, it's like that. You can see here down in her boots, the same thing, all the buckles and the straps in her boots, all of that sculpted really well. Very decent, not decent, a very good paint job on that. As you look at the staff here, the same thing. There's design in the top of the staff. There's design here. The gauntlet that she's wearing, lots of design and sculpt and detail in that. And again, even here, the paint application on that is really, really fantastic. Even on the really small parts like the buckle here, and on the thing that closes the satchel here, the string that's wrapped around it is sculpted, and there's a lot of detail on that as well. And then as we go around here, look at this belt buckle here at the top. Again, a lot of detail paid, a lot of detail and attention paid to that. The same thing with this cross or whatever symbol that is. Please, guys, don't rag on me if I don't know what all these things mean. But all I can say is that I like the statue. I think it's a beautiful piece. Now, she's holding something, and this looks like a real piece of metal gold chain here. And she's holding this anchor here in her left hand. And then here, the sculpting and the stitching on the outfit that she's wearing is really nice as well. Now, when you go down to the base that she's standing on, this rock formation that's in the middle of this water that she's commanding, lots of detail and sculpt in that. And then the water has this translucent look, material to it, that light passes through it and refracts through it, which gives it a really, really awesome, cool look as well. Very happy with this. I think she fits well in the line of the other statues that Blizzard has created. But other than what people have said about her facial sculpt, I don't see a whole lot of issues or things with that. Now, I definitely want to have a conversation about this. So if you guys who have this figure or are thinking about getting this figure and did not get it because of some of those issues, let me know and educate us about the World of Warcraft. Who knows? At one point, I may pick up the game and start playing. But until then, I'll just enjoy these beautiful pieces here. And I don't have anything else to say about this particular piece. It's a very beautiful piece, very wonderful piece. This crystal here at the end, I didn't even mention that. There's this crystal at the end of the staff that she's holding. Pretty sure this staff probably has a name. Someone's going to tell me about that as well. But that's about all I have, guys. Thanks for joining me again for another review. And remember to always collect what you like, not the hype. You'll be more happy if you did that. And if you want to stay on top of the latest in the world of collecting, please make sure you head over to mcecentral.com. That's Marvel's Collectible and Entertainments, where you can find some of the latest reviews and unboxings and pop hunts and things of that nature of your favorite pop culture characters. And until next time, my friends, peace.